Okay. We are doing the Halo 2 I don't like Confrontation run with the Sacred Icon level. I picked up 2 laser rifles, 2 plasma rifles. It's the easiest way to open up all the doors, as well as take out one of those giant robot dailies later on. This first part, you're basically just gonna run. You'll get used to, if you've played this enough, where to go. Just keep going and keep running.
You're getting close to one of the shield generators. Many of my brutes have fallen attempting to take it down. Let's see if you feel better.
Yeah, you actually have to shoot that guy, because he's likely to try to kill you right there.
Scary thing! Run away! Please! No, Mick! Go back!
You've reached the shield's power source, Arbiter. Overload the locks while they're in place.
Yep, just kill all 4 locks, duck underneath, and then cloak, come back up, and then hit the button. Ends up killing everything in the room, so you don't have to kill anything. I usually like to stand right here. This is usually the best spot to try to take out this giant enforcer while staying away from those other little guys.
Our path to the library is...
You're just gonna want to keep shooting it and then just pulse your rifles so you don't end up overheating them.
Blasted machines! Make your own way through the wall, Arbiter.
Once you take too many hits, cloak. He's actually almost dead. Yeah, well, he actually is dead. You can jump out of here after it raises up. You can cloak it past these little guys. But that seems to be the fastest way to take them out is with the laser rifles. You can try to shoot them with other stuff or use grenades on them, but for some reason this works the best. Now this part right here, actually, I'll show in another video, but you can actually go ahead and right there where you saw that little on the right, you can actually do a grenade jump over to the other side and skip this whole part, because actually this is not the easiest with these flood guys all coming after you. But if you have sputnik on, you can actually jump over to the other side and skip all these guys, which is kind of nice, and then actually prevents these mushroom dudes from spawning. This part's pretty simple. Cloak right here, there's gonna be a guy coming at you. And you can run past, there's gonna be a guy right here too, but he doesn't really do much. Ever. Here there might be a guy in front of you walking, so if there is, just cloak and run by him. take this path, and then up here you can just hide and go to the right. They might shoot at you, but no big deal. But right there, I just cloaked. At the end of this hallway, we're going to be taking a left.
Negative, ma'am. They are not coming.
For some reason, I decided to go to the right. I don't know why. And down here, there's... I don't know what the trigger is for it, but usually off to the right there's a guy with a sword, so you just pick up the sword right there. But sometimes it doesn't spawn, and I don't know why exactly that is. As you can hear, the popcorn flood resurrected one of the flood guys, so don't hang around too long in there. But yeah, I usually like to have the sword here because I can just do a sword cancel over one of the floods and then end up on the back side of that pillar and then hit the pillar with the sword, so then it opens up and then fall down, so it makes it pretty easy, but I didn't get that. And so far, it's been pretty much over 7 minutes of running. Not much confrontation. But that's about to end. This next part is going to be pretty much all confrontation from here on out. And right here, I don't even know what happened. I ended up getting killed by a rocket. Obviously, some guy with a rocket hit me. And actually, there he is. And I saw his rocket go flying. I'm like, oh wait, I could actually use that. Be nice if that's one of your allies. So. Just be careful not to get hit by his rockets. Luckily, he's smart enough not to hit the popcorn flood with the rockets. That would kind of suck. Off in the distance, you can see the little mushroom guy. There's actually, I just saw him duck behind. I could see him. There should be two, and I saw one just duck behind the pillar over there. I'm like, okay, I know he's there. And the reason I'm wanting to shoot him is because if you don't, you're not going to get the checkpoint when you get across this little stone bridge here. So it's best to try to make sure he's dead. So I know he's there. I don't think I threw the grenade far enough, but usually you throw a grenade, he'll come waddling out. And sure enough, there he is. You can actually, if you want, you can do a sword fly up here if you're quick enough on that guy. You actually can jump up on top of that rock and then go on the other side and actually kind of shoot these guys from above, which could be easier, but like that, I didn't quite make it over, so I just dealt with them down here. But if you do, you know, make sure to try to help your buddies out. Otherwise, you're not going to have many allies helping out for the next part. And the next part's going to be the big part, the big confrontation. So that's where you're going to want the most help.
I'm wounded.
And you can also sit in that turret area up on top and just shoot from above, but you're gonna run out of ammo pretty quick, and it's just easier and faster, I think, just to take them out with this sword. Only problem with the sword is that it tends to throw you sometimes farther away than you intended to be, or in a spot you didn't want to be, and then you kind of get a little disoriented or land right in front of an enemy, whatever. But as long as you hit them when they're next to you, you're usually good. It's when you're sword lunging from far away, that's when it kind of ends up throwing you. And if you see any flood forms on the ground when you walk by, make sure you hit them so the popcorn guys don't wake them back up. Get hit by a rocket, and I really hope that wasn't my ally that did that. That's the one thing that I kind of wish for the new remake. I know it's not possible because it's a completely different engine and all, but I mean, in order to keep all the same glitches and stuff, you know, they would have to rebuild it or a new engine, which hardcore fans like me don't want. But the Halo 3 and Reach, the ability to have the replays where you can, you know, leave from any camera angle and slow down and see exactly what happened. That'd really be cool to have that on, you know, Halo 2, just to see some of the stuff that happens when you can't exactly see what's going on, who did what. Also, make sure to make liberal use of your cloaking. It's easy to forget in the middle of battle when you're fighting everybody off, but when you start getting hit too much and you're shield goes down, it's nice to have, nice to throw the invisibility on just so you can recharge a little bit, as long as you're not getting hit at exactly the same time. Pretty much as soon as you see the ship, that means level's pretty much over. And that's it.
In the center of this zone is a sacred icon critical to the Great Journey.